war zone. Okay. Same way, the what are the what in the next couple of minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, what we are going to understand. It's all about molecular docking. Okay. So already most of the I think in a previous speakers they might have discussed regarding the molecular docking, how the molecular docking will takes place, what are the importance of the molecular docking. Today I am highlighting how the reverse docking or inverse docking, usually one or other same. Sometimes some people they may call as a redock and other things. But reverse docking and inverse docking, what how we are going to understand what are the different modes and the basics and some applications we are going to understand. So today's content, the basically it is a simple understanding what is a molecular docking, then reverse docking or usually we can call inverse docking. Then we may call as some of the applications they are helpful for the in a reverse docking things. Okay. If you see the binding affinity, the play the important role between the compounds and the proteins. This is the only one things we are understanding how the binding affinity we are going to calculate. Okay. And what are the exactly role of the binding affinity? The prediction of binding affinity and how we are going to interpret the binding affinity, that play very important role in a structure based drug design. Even though if you are going to take place, this is the in a rational drug design, this is the binding affinity play very important role. Okay, these binding affinity once again play in a very important to the wet lab. If you understand binding affinity properly between the compounds and the targets, it can enhance the probability of druggable character that can reduce largely wet lab experiments. You know, the wet lab experiments, they play very important role. If you see, there are a couple of people they are doing. The one person is interested about designing. Another person is interested about how exactly what are the pockets, which pocket is important for my drugs, whether they are allosteric, whether they are the actual pocket. Okay, another person he's interested about how whether he's having in a scale is in hand. So that is called binding affinity. See, this binding affinity, it is an interpretation because we are having the different engines and different servers which can have a different role. We are not practicing in only one standard. We are having the different standard. Some people they are having the force field. Some people they are having the empirical method. There are different people and different server and different programs having the different in a sample size. Okay, but more or less, the one should understand how the, if we understand better in a binding affinity between the compounds and target, that greatly enhance the probability of finding lead compounds and reducing the total wet lab experiments. Okay, why we are following these molecular docking or in a whatever the rational drug design only to reduce the wet lab experiments and increase the probabilities of wet lab experiments to results to in a final compound or lead, or we can call as a druggable. Okay, if you see, what is exactly molecular docking? Okay, if you see the molecular docking is a useful and powerful computational methods, identification of potential interaction between the molecules and pharmacological the targets. Okay, just now what I told in a previous slide, the molecular docking already you might have the discussed and so many other people. There are we can call as the ligands or drugs or drug-like compounds. We are going to the target having the this is a large molecule. Usually we can call it as a proteins or usually we can call receptor. And now we are going to understand how actually ligand protein interactions. Okay, so these interactions can tell there are so many. There is a covalent interaction, non-covalent interactions. Usually when we say these are in a interactions, they are non-bonded interactions. When you say the covalent bond interaction, this is called bonded interaction. So this can important in a cancer and some other, but if you more or less in a negative feedback mechanism type, then the non-bonded interactions play important role. Okay, these non-bonded interactions play how crucial about when you are saying in a pi-pi interaction or pi-cation interaction, hydrogen bond interaction, okay, halogen interactions. There are so many non-bonded interactions. Okay, these non-bonded interactions is a gives lot of information in a molecular docking. Okay, if you see the molecular docking, when you see, if you take the history of, or if you take the journey of molecular docking, it can way back to in a 1982. That is, we started in a matching algorithm. Okay, in this matching algorithm, it required almost the couple of years to understand systematic algorithm. Since algorithm is a previous also it was there, but how we are going to put it in a proper in a format, systematic, it has gone into the semi-flexible docking somewhere around 1990. It is a it is a changing era between 1990s to 2000, the shifting from rigid docking to semi flexible docking and the flexible docking. We are discussing when the flexible docking, the one should understand what is the flexible, whether ligands are flexible, whether targets are flexible. Okay, but they are having their own set of advantage and the disadvantage. As of now, most of the grid-based docking, there only the semi-flexible of the targets are usually you can call proteins, side chains probably. But if you are having more or less full the flexibility we have given to the ligands are usually what we can call as a compounds are usually when you mix this both, then you can call the flexible, some part of the flexible we are giving into the targets or proteins, and full flexibility we are giving into the ligand. Then come to in a recent last 2 decade, it has been shifted. The paradigm it is shifted to in a machine learning, and especially in the last decade, it is shifted to in a deep learning. When we understand what is the machine learning and deep learning, one should has got lot of data. Okay, how we are going to get the data? See, once again, whatever I told the data, so these data is nothing but different interactions. Okay, different force fields. Okay, all these data when you put into the in a machine, then if you apply the machine learning, then deep learning, you can understand the how these data are important. Okay, so these data, when you are going to get from the Zinc database, from the PDBs, okay, then you are having the large number of the data. And it is very difficult to fetch, or it is very difficult to come to the conclusion which data is important. So that's what there are so, please unmute yourself. Thank you. Okay, so if you check this more or less in a docking, it is almost 40 year back what we started. Now it has taken in a different mode to under these all we have kept in a machine learning and deep learning. We are going to get the more data, and these data how we are going to interpret. Interpretation is very important. Okay, see, as a in a basics, what I'm telling in a reverse talking, the reverse talking, it can be useful if you are taking the large data into the, you can come into the small data and smaller data. Okay, like what is the difference between the in a conventional docking and a reverse docking? Okay, in a conventional docking, or usually sometimes some book they might have, or some people they called as a traditional docking. In a traditional docking, what we are discussing, one target, many ligands. So as a last slide and previous slide, whatever I told, okay, here we are in a traditional docking, we know the molecular target and we are having the set of compounds or set of ligands. Even you are having there's a chemical space, the 10 raised to 6. Okay, see these many we are having the ligands or compounds, and we are having the one target. And then we are going to do for either in a rigid docking, flexible docking, or in automated docking. Finally, we are going to get docked complex, or we are going to say lead molecule at a specific target. But if you come to the reverse docking, it can play its important role in a one ligand, many targets. One ligand and many targets. Why we want to do such a way? Because in a nowadays, to get to any one compound, and if any one compound, it should reach into the market. It can travel almost 10 to 14 years, and so many the number of so many amounts, so many billions of rupees we required. Okay, so if we have one good compound, then we may also repositioning. There is a we may have the different indicator. Okay, that's what if you see the one compound, how it is changing, it's the indication every 30 year and 40 year acetyl salicylic acid. Already Bayer has a 1997 only they told the one compound with 100 year. In 1997, Bayer, the original the inventor, they told the acetyl salicylic acid, or what you can call aspirin, the 100 years still it is going strong and strong. So reverse docking, it can play important role. We can, rather than going to new synthesis, okay, new lead molecule, can you, whatever we are having the database, okay, already we knows what are the side effects, what are their probable effects. Then if you go for different indication, it can play important to reduce the time to reach the compound on time. And the very another point in a ready made, already we know the set up the it is availabilities, bioavailability, there whatever the drug profiles, everything we know. But when we know the 90%, it is very easy to convert into the 10% different indications. So that's what in a reverse docking, we're having the one compound and set up the macromolecular or set up the macromolecular targets. We can see this compound where it is better suitable. Okay. So once again, we are here also we are going to get the target only, the target complex only. But here we are understanding the what is the target. Okay, in a conventional method, what is the compound? Any one compound which can be probable. Here all it is all probabilities. I'll give the simple example. If you throw any coin, the probability is a 50%. If you throw the in a disk, the probability is reduced to 1/6. Same way, when you make the docking to reverse docking, the probability can increases. Okay, so these probabilities can meet very important as present the situation. Okay, if you see the major difference between whatever in a conventional the docking and reverse docking. We are not doing any different way. The more or less procedure and other will remain same in a whatever the reverse docking. Instead of taking multiple compounds, here we are taking the multiple targets. Okay, but if you see what exactly what we know about in a reverse docking, in a reverse docking, or usually sometimes you can called inverse docking. Okay, it is a powerful tool to potentially identify newer molecular targets for the drug or drug candidates, which may be relevant in a mechanism of action and side effect profile. Side effect profile is a play important role. Suppose if you see bedaquiline, okay, in a bedaquiline they come into the market, but they knows the quinoline, there is a alteration of QT interval. There is alteration of QT interval, and that has played very important role how the bedaquiline has immediately is taken into the market, and already the quinoline we know, and side effects profile we know. So that's what in a quinoline, a bedaquiline, it's enter into the market 1213 in a US as a only in a accelerated, or you can call in a multi-drug resistance tuberculosis. We know the basic data, we know the basic profiles of the quinoline. So that helps to bedaquiline enter into the market very fast. Next, if you see the reverse stocking, it is just as a already last from the slide what it explained the same way. It is ability of one or few compounds can be bind a large data set of the proteins, and it can be evaluated by the in silico or some server or web server. There are so many doc programs are there. Okay, it is only reverse stocking is nothing but the only one compound or few compounds we are going to the target, or we are going to evaluate it, the bundle of different targets like large molecules, or you can call it big molecules, or usually you can call it as the proteins. Okay, so inverse stocking is play. Another important is the early prediction of drug side effects and the toxicity profile. Okay, see these toxicity profile, if we have, and in a inverse stocking or reverse stocking can helps to understand collection of the protein structures and enabling an early prediction of the side effects and the toxicity. And also that's what in a inverse stocking or reverse stocking play important role in a rational drug discovery or in a modern drug discovery and the design. Okay, so if you take what are the useful the strategy for the reverse stocking, uh, the identifying the molecular target, usually orphan bioactive compounds. Okay, purposing of the molecular mechanism. So what is this the proposing molecular mechanism? Okay, this molecular mechanism is still because of there are only whatever the some thousands we know the targets. But even though there are unknown targets are there, so these whatever the reverse stocking, it can the proposing the new molecular mechanism or new molecular or action. What is a mechanism of action? Another one is the finding the alternative indications. Alternative indications are very, very important. Like if you take sildenafil citrate, in a sildenafil citrate, the most of the time it has the whatever the information we have got from the volunteers. If you done in a reverse docking, if you done in a such a way, we might have taken these information from the computer rather than the volunteers. And also in the inverse docking, and this is the toxicity, the prediction of the toxicity, it play important role. Okay, okay. Then if you take the inverse docking, okay, in a inverse docking, it is the present situation. There are different applications and different purposes, such as target identification, side effect profile or toxicity profile. Okay, drug repositioning. The drug repositioning is a play important role. The please mute yourself. Those I'm requesting you, please mute. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this repurposing play important role. If you see the last 6 to 7 months, most of the people they are asking, is there any drugs for the COVID? Okay, there are so many people they are cross-checked, they are repurposed, whether existing like a simple in hydroxychloroquine. Okay, whether hydroxychloroquine is going to act on the whatever the COVID-19 in spike protein. Okay, there are so many other examples. This reverse stocking can helps to the drug repositioning. The repositioning is a play another important role at present in a rational drug discovery. And drug targets network development in a pharmacology people, it's played another important, it is in a natural chemistry or pharmacognosy people, those who are doing in the natural extracts and other things, the network pharmacology and the drug target network development, this another important role in a reverse docking. Then once again, finally, the docking is a play important role in a receptor design as well as in a ligand design. Okay, and more or less, this most of the people might have discussed. Once again, this reverse docking or whatever the inverse docking is under the head up docking only. Here it is a more or less. Once again, it is a structure-based drug design. Here we know the structure, we know the protein. We know the structure, we know the protein. So that's what, instead of normal docking, if you go for the reverse docking or inverse docking, we can do the better understanding of in a drug. And already we are not doing any other additional or other any programs. In a reverse docking, also we can play whatever the available docking programs like a dock, Autodock and Autodock Vienna. Okay, Flexex, Gold, and Glide. Here, some of them they are in a commercially available. Some are them they are freely available. Autodock is available in freely, and Vienna also is available in a freely. And more or less, they are going once again grid-based docking program, and it can give more or less very competitive the, results as compared to when you are having a commercial in a docking softwares. Okay, even if you take what are the program, how we are going to do in a docking program, it is in a ligand preparation. If I'm giving the example here in a Schrodinger glide module, okay, we are going to do in a ligand preparations using the LigPrep. Okay, so then protein preparation use a protein preparation wizard. Okay, if you take in a Autodock, there also we are using the more or less in a web servers, the conversion of 2D structure to 3D structure. And once again, we are placing into the either in a mole form, SD form, okay, in a PDB form. And afterwards, once again, we are preparing in a proteins. Then these proteins also we are preparing the using the some web server. Both the proteins and ligands, we are finally making the energy minimization. In energy minimization in OPLS, when you come to in a some of the leading or advanced minimizer or whatever the free base, we are having the molecular mechanism mechanics Okay, so then once when you are having a prepared ligand and a prepared protein, then go for the prediction of the best ligand binding site. Usually what I have explaining here, the sitemap, when I know the any already the co-crystal structure, then it is a very easy for docking. But if you want to do docking, sometime we don't have any exactly target where is the target site. That's what sitemap it can helps to understand where exactly the target is there. Even there are some web servers are there that also can helps to understand the binding site. The once the binding site understand, then we have to prepare the grid. So even this grid, what we are having in Autodock, same time on a more or less, we are having the preparing in a glide. Glide is more little bit in automated as compared to in a Autodock, it is a more about manual. So once there is a all the preparation of grade, preparation of in a proteins, preparation of ligand, then go for the docking parameters. Once docking parameters set, so we have to perform as a docking, the simulation study. See, now this is the everyone can does. See, last 2 point is a very important as a medicinal chemist or as a researcher. Analyze the docking results. Which pose is the best pose? Okay, analyzing the docking results is a important role. I'm requesting most of my colleagues, rather than doing all the first 5, 6 things, one should understand how analyze the interpretation. Okay, the interpretation play very important role. How you are going to take which molecule, okay, which whether you are interested about in a number of hydrogen bond? Are you interested about in a score? It is left to you. It is a, and once again, it is all about your expertise. And once again, it is your the protocol. The analyzing the docking results is a play important role to select the target, to select the complex. And once again, if you selected, that could be your lead molecule. That could be the lead molecule. Whatever the left hand side I have shown you here, I have selected the one target. There is a one protein or one inhibitor. Then I'm having the multiple inhibitors. I'm having the multiple inhibitors, or even you can take the from target PD, PDBs and Zinc database, PubChem. There are so many database are there. Even if you don't have the database, sorry, you can prepare your own, sorry, in-house database. I'm telling you, the in-house database is a very important than whatever the available in a commercial or sometime in a Zinc database or PDB, target PDB and the PubChem. So these database also can give the proper information. And for the my experience, first you have to go with the in-house database. So these in-house database we can understand. Already we know when we want to know the in-house database, we might have done lot of in a literature search. From the literature search, we understand the whatever the one molecule, where are what are the probable target. Okay, so now when we know the disk docking, the next come to the what are the reverse docking. In a reverse docking also, the some of the students or some of my colleague they may ask, sir, is there any other the docking programs are available? There are having some in a commercial, their servers are there. Even you we can do this reverse docking, whatever available in a Autodoc, Autodoc Vienna or Glide, whatever the gold, whatever you are having the program as a Plexix in your lab or in your dry lab. Okay, here also same in a preparation of ligand preparation using the what I my experience I have done lig prep using, then protein preparation from the protein preparation wizard. But here signed if we know the target, then well and good. But in a reverse docking, more or less we don't know the target. That's what we have to do the site map. This site map we have to apply in each and individual the protein. Okay, it is a time consuming. It is a time consuming. It's not that easy what we have given in a slides. Then once again, when we know the individual site map into individual in a target, then we have to prepare the grid. When the after the preparation of the grid, you have to prepare the docking parameters. So once the docking parameter is completed, you can analyze the docking, the simulations. Then finally, what I told, the analyzing the docking results lead to possible proteins. Whereas in a previous, we are going to understand lead compound, in a reverse docking, lead or possible protein. Okay, so here out of so many protein, this one protein can be useful for the this compound. Then we can understand when we analyze the what is the protein, what are the target, and what is the site. Then you can say yes, this my compound earlier it may be the indication one. So now my compound can be I can utilize same compound for the other indications. Okay, so this it can give the great experience, but these are all probabilities. Once again, I'm telling you. So these are all the probabilities. Okay, so these probabilities you have to analyze according to your in-house compounds and your personal expertise. Okay, if you compare at a time in a more or less in a reverse docking and normal traditional docking. In a reverse docking, the active compound are existing drug. That's what I told. In a existing active compound means already in your open house or in your in-house, you know the any one compound which is having the nanomolar compound, which if you are having the sub-micromolar, nanomolar compounds, already you are already analyzed the, you are taken the, you are isolated the compound. You know the compound structure. But when you know the compound structure, already you might have predicted some, the preclinical studies, whatever the ED50, LD50, lethal dose, you might have studied. When you're having the data, it is very easy to go for the protein target database. Okay, if you are having the, if you don't have, then once again, you are having the protein target of your interest, then you are having the in-house database, you can cross-check, then you are going to get one possible binding ligand. Okay, now you can start. It is like a circle. Now you are having the possible ligand. So this possible ligand, you can cross check. Is there any other possible complex or is there any possible other protein? Okay, for this we required more or less our own wisdom and experience to understand docking results and analyzing the binding site. Okay, so this is the major difference. In a reverse docking, you are having the active compound. In a docking, you are having the active or more or less the known protein, known target. Let us, I can give same now more or less in a reverse docking, they are using the artificial intelligence. This in artificial intelligence, there are so many web servers are there. So these web servers, they can one by one, they will analyze in a one compound and it can have the multiple in a receptor. But if you see the small, the whatever I have given here, target analysis. All three we know that they are the target complex. But which is the best target? This is the best complex. The analysis is a very important. Interpretation is a very important. Even this is also there is a complex of your compound and ligand and receptor complex. Even we can say this also in a receptor the compound complex only, but out of three, which is the better? So that's what when you see the scoring function, the scoring function can tell you the best score, whether the best score is the best fit method. So it's once again, it is your experience, your protocol. Okay, in a scoring function, all three can give the equal scoring, but sometimes they may give better score here. But whether this is the binding site, but is this binding site? That's what your interpretation play the important role in the scoring functions. Let us, we can examine one example. Okay, in a case study, in a recent last year, what we have done in a quinoline, already we know that quinoline, see this quinoline is a bioactive compound. It is already the known targets are there. We are synthesized the set of the compounds. Out of that around 15, 16 compounds, we able to isolate properly and make a broad, it's having the simple five-membered compound and even the heterocyclic compound. That heterocyclic is having the six-membered and five-membered. We collected around 15 to 16 compound at a pool. Okay, already these compounds, what we have done, we have taken the different sites or different targets. Where my target is to antitubercular, I have taken a enoyl acyl reductase. I have taken the Mycobacterium guide B inhibitor, topoisomerase. Okay, beta hydroxyl ACP hydrogenase. Okay, lysine amylase, alanine dehydrogenase. Okay, DPRE1, that is all these different, this here only I have given the example here, 5, 6 different targets I have taken. Then I have analyzed, okay, my compounds where, which target or what are these targets, whether which compounds or how many compounds can give the better scoring function. So when we analyze, we come to know, okay, uh, there is a ATP. Okay, enoyl acyl reductase, it can shows the better result as compared to other. This is all the scoring, what we can call in a doc score. Okay, if you see the doc score, the 4T-ZK, it is a nothing but a in a enoyl acyl reductase. Here, most of the compound they can shows better binding score as compared to other target. All these are once again I am discussing. It is an antimicrobial, anti-tubercular target only. In an anti-tubercular target, any one target which I can to decide. Then now around compound 5B and around 5 compounds can shows it is a better binding score. Now my next duty is there. Now these are the dry lab. Okay, these dry lab I have converted into wet lab. Whether these compounds can show same activity or not. Okay, fortunately, we have got in the same these compounds only can shows better activity as compared to other activity. I'm telling you, this is my personal experience. Okay, one or two compound, they are not shown in a proper, but whatever we have done in a dry lab, whatever we have done in a dry lab, so that dry lab we have converted into the wet lab. In a wet lab, we have got more or less 50%. I'm telling you, the 50% of the results is comparable to the dry lab results. And 50%, I'm telling you, it is a very exponentially. Even if you go to the in a third level in a level, then we have got only with the one compound, it can shows around 86% inhibition as compared to in a noabicin. Okay, I'm telling you, we have selected around 6 to 8 targets around the 16 compounds. Afterwards, we come into the 5 compounds. In 5 compounds, put it into the all the compounds in a clinical in a preclinical studies, and in that the most of the whatever the selected compound we have sent into the wet lab. From the wet lab, we have got out of that 50% whatever the predicted compounds, these 5B, 5E, 5F, 5O, 5P, they can shows even they are shown in a better in a wet lab. So my experience in that one compound which can shows better, and when you analyze how these molecules, we come to understanding in that in a water also play important role in a docking, but more or less some of the docking program will remove the most of the water molecule. According to my recent in a little experience, I can say the water also play important role in a binding. Okay, so these water we can call as a good water, and sometime we can call as a bad water. That also analyze whether you are binding with a good water or whether you are binding with a bad water. So this one 2D interaction I shown here, my one of the nitrogen, it is interaction with a compound. It can it can given me in a good water molecule. So this water is play important role in a next my in a docking study. That time I can keep the good water and I can remove the bad water. It is a, once again how you are going to refine your protocol. Okay. Now next come to this, whatever the my experience, there are some web servers are there. Okay, farm mappers are there, acid that is there, and consensus reserve docking systems are there. These are the very useful in a web server, and these are the user friendly web server. Okay, so you can try any server, you can upload your compound more probably in a 2D format. If you don't have in a conversion to mol2 or SDF file, you can convert in a 2D, or better there are so many other online converters are there. First you prepare the your compound or lead compound, or already the wet lab it has shown the very good the activity. You prepare the 3D structure and put into these servers, and these servers from this you can take the another way, whatever the my compound can be in a target for the other indicator or other indications. Next, how the usually some of these web servers they will work. Okay, in a web servers you have to prepare the 2D structures or 3D structures. So that 2D structures and 3D structures we have to convert it into SDF format. And in a SDF format, we are having the Open Babel system is there. And this Open Babel, it is converted into 3D structure. From the 3D structure, you are going to do in a reverse docking using target DB database or protein database. The whatever, so many the database are already available. The using the target DB, you can understand which is the target. From the target DB, you can go with you know different docking or binding mode or candidate binding modes. Then you can give the rank or consensus. These rank and consensus, it is all about your expertise. And once again, If you are having the commercialized or commercial server, they can give a lot of inputs to how to come in a rank. Okay, then after the rank, you have to go once again in a different mechanism. Even you can apply in a MD. From this, you are going to understand. Uh, Once again, you have to do molecular mechanics and other force field. So reverse come back once again. It is like a circle. Okay, there are. It is not like that. There are so many challenges are there in a reverse talking. There are the first challenges is the very important is incompleteness available target. Or we are getting the only minimum or very less information about the targets. For example, there are the 1664 known druggable proteins are there, and when you know the structures, only half of them we know the 3D structures, and we know the exactly structure. Even though when if you unknown target are considers, this number is a very poor. So this is a major challenge. The 3D structure and the what are the analysis and interpretation. So this is the very important challenge for the reverse talking. And another challenge is in a vantage point of view, okay, flexibility. That's what first when we started the discussion, we understand flexibility. We know only the in a ligand or compound flexibility, and what about protein flexibility? Whether these flexibility is same as we observed whatever the software. Okay, is there any other type of the flexibility is there or not? The existing the docking programs are able to account for flexibility of the small molecules very well, but what about in a big molecules? The overall flexibility of entire protein remain in a great challenges. The flexibility of the proteins and the flexibility of the your compound and whatever the complex, that complex is, whether it is a stable complex, other whether unstable complex, whether when you got the very good score, but if it is unstable complex, then once again it is a very difficulty to go for the reverse talking. Okay, the some take home message in a summary. During the last decade, the entire the field of docking based the inverse virtual screening, they include including the construction of the uh, targets, largest target database, scoring function, and the post docking analysis has been significantly improved by researcher from the overall part of the country. But if you see, once again, this reverse docking helps to in vivo, in vitro, and in silico. If you have only in a designed compound, it is very difficult to go for the reverse stocking. In a reverse stocking, if you want to do, you should have the data, in vitro data. These in vitro data you have to convert it into in vivo data. So from the in vivo data, you have got the one compound. So that compounds you have to go with the in silico using the reverse stocking. For this, we require the teamwork. Okay, if you are having the teamwork, then it is a very important. You can achieve the target very easily. But even though if you are having the teamwork, there is a less coordination. Even if you are having the teamwork, less coordination, so once again we are end up with a problematic. That is called once again if interpretation and analysis. If our interpretation of our analysis is not in a right track, we may end up with a problem. Thank you for the patient listening. And once again, thanks to Bapatla College of Pharmacy. They have given me this opportunity to speak something about upcoming area of the reverse docking. Most of the people, everybody knows docking. The reverse docking is a new area. Okay, that's what we are, only we know the handful of the information. Still, there is a long way to go in a reverse docking to understand the reverse docking, how exactly it works. The like when today I'm doing, tomorrow there is so many people they can do it in a reverse docking. Then you can get the more number of the information Then when you got the more number of information, then you can say which one information is the right. And this is the only the use to when you use large number, you have the data. Large data, once again, you can keep it to the deep learning and machine learning. You can get the better understanding. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there any questions? I'm happy to say if I know.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for a valuable presentation.
Okay.
Any queries from the participants?
Good
Yes.
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So this is Swati from Nirmala College of Pharmacy, sir.
Okay.
Sir, actually, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, in docking itself, the Ka values and concentration values range when we change the runs from 10 runs
Yes.
to 100 runs and 1000 runs.
That's what I
Then,
told you. Okay, man. Okay. Tell me.
then what is the accuracy, sir, for comparing the result with normal docking and reverse docking, which will give most accuracy results for identifying the lead molecule?
Okay, madam, your sampling is play important role. I'm telling you, sampling is always play important role. Okay, when you more sample, less in a risk. Okay, less sample, more risk. Okay, so the sampling always play important role, madam. But in whatever the procedure, it can same in a reverse stocking. In a reverse stocking, it can help only already you are having the lead compound. You know that's a one English known devil is better than unknown angel. Okay,
Uh,
you know the what are the side effects of your compounds. Okay, suppose if you are a synthesized, if I'm right, if you are having any one compound, if you are synthesized already, you know the LD50, already you know the some preclinical data. Okay, so when you know the preclinical data, because of our little excess of literature, because we are working in a more or less in a private colleges or some of the government colleges, we don't have access of all the literature. We are running, if you take any one compound, it can having the diverse biological activity. And what we are going in a only one direction. If I want to say quinoline, I can see only in a antimicrobial or in an antitubercular or antimalarial. That is only the nature killing in nature. What I'm telling, the killing in nature. I am not thinking the alteration nature. You understand, madam?
yes,
Okay.
sir.
If I want to go thiazole, thiodiazole, dihydropyrimidines, then I can think, no, these can work only, they can alter our body function. Okay. Suppose if you take the nifedipine, sorry, can you mute, please? Okay, if you take the nifedipine or if you take the amlodipine, that is a like simply in a dihydropyrimidines. What I'm thinking, the dihydropyrimidines, thiazoles, and benzothiazoles, and if you take in a benzimidazoles, these can alter the body function, or I can say alter the anyone. I am not thinking about the killing nature. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that's odd. If you go for the reverse docking, I can get the diverse biological activity. You know, madam, I can have thanks to Indian researcher, and they can come up in a 10-month in a vaccine. The people they might have tell whatever the challenges. I know that as a researcher, and you know the as a researcher, the failure is the more common. 90% is failure. I can say 99% failure. There is a 1% is the we can get something out of that. But people they have done. Even I can say I am more happy if there is only 10% accessibility or 10% viable. Okay, people they are telling the 50%, 70%, 80%. But as a researcher, if it is 10% also, we can go
Sir,
because
but still safety is lacking, sir, in that
yeah, no,
vaccine.
I'll come to the next. That is not we are discussing. I am talking researcher point. Okay,
Yes, sir.
see, that's what the whether we apply, whether we don't apply to the human being, that is secondary. But I'm telling the success stories. I'm discussing about the success
Yes,
stories.
yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so understand, madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Al
Identification of molecule.
yeah. Okay, okay, any other questions? See, there are so many different point of discussion. Okay, as a success, we are discussing whether it is a lead, whether that lead is going to the market, or it is depend upon toxicity. There are so many profiles are there. Okay. Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Any queries related to topic, please communicate with the speaker. Or you may text in the chat box which is available.
Even if I am introducing myself, we are having Schrodinger molecular docking software. If anybody, if you are interested to take the help, okay, I can provide you as a your docking results and other things that is helpful for your research. Okay, it is like a collaborative way. Even you can send me as a in a smile, or even you can send in a PDF file, SD file. We can provide you the data like a docking data that can help you. Anybody in a researcher, they can go for the wet lab instead of synthesizing 20, 30 compounds. Okay, if you provide the data, we can give the if you give that data, I can give the back data, that is a results docking data. From that, you can think or you can modify your in a synthetic probabilities.
Sir, can we dock two proteins simultaneously?
Sir, that's what web servers are there. There are artificial intelligence. There are web servers are there, sir. But at a time, once again, I'm telling you, it is all about how much you are giving the space. Okay, if you make a now new artificial intelligence, okay, there are GPUs are there. In a GPUs, you can make a separate space. So this space is this space is this. There are more new methods are there in artificial intelligence. You can do it. But as of now, what I have done in a one by one. I have done in a one by one. Okay, there are GPUs are there, the artificial intelligence are there. Okay, there may be a possibilities. You can do it at a time.
It means space means grid.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's a space means
So,
the one.
are you saying, sir, we can make two grids simultaneously on the same protein?
No. So it is that's what site map. If you see site map, it can have a entire protein. Okay, then once again you can go for the scoring function there. What is the probable site? What is the probable site? That usually we can call largest cavity. What we can call as a target.
Sir, another question, please, sir.
Okay.
Help
Yeah,
me
yeah.
regarding water. Water.
Yeah,
If we are
water.
considering water in the molecule during the docking, or if we are not considering the water, then thus it can produce some means different result.
Yes, 100%. Recently, we are published. Still, it is a unpublished work is there. Okay. In that, what we understand, the water play important role. Water is act as a bridge. Okay. Your compound first make a hydrogen bond with the water. So that water is make a hydrogen bond with another amino acid. From that way, water act as a bridge between the your compound and as well as target. We understand already. We have published the paper. It is in a due course in a month of January, February mid or February end. We have published that paper. The water plays important role in a binding. That's what now Schrodinger they are coming in a water mapping also.
Sir, my last question is sometimes please, sir, this is last
Go
question.
ahead. Go ahead. No
Sir,
problem.
sometimes we dock on the same grid with different molecules,
Okay.
and the same molecules showing different result during the docking. So what should I do?
Okay, so that's what I'm telling you, sir. That is called your functional group. So different functional group in a hydrophobic, hydrophilic. Okay, so these functional groups can change the non-bonding interaction. Okay, if you want to first, that's what I'm telling you, sir. Understand, if any one good binding molecule complex is there now, then you go for the 3D structure. In a 3D structure, you analyze what are the hydrophobic area is there and hydrophilic area is there, and you change the hydrophobic. If is there any hydrophobic area, there is a hydrogen bond is there, you put more hydrophobic in your molecule, then it can increase the hydrogen bond.
Sir,
So
how
then,
can we identify hydrophobic areas in ATP binding site of something GSK3 beta?
Okay, that's what, sir. No, whether you are using Autodoc, whether you are using in a
Schrodinger, sir, Schrodinger.
so in a Schrodinger, there is a in a, PV visualizer is there, sir.
PV
Okay.
visualizer. Sir,
Okay.
please, can you tell me the icon? In which icon?
Um, at present, if I go back, it may not accessible because I am working in a laptop, sir. Okay,
Oh,
laptop.
okay, sir.
Laptop in that it is not opening. It's only in our workstation. It is going to open. Sir, in a just go to the in a right hand side. Right hand side, there is a task is there. The PV visualizer will be there. In that
PV visualizer. Okay, okay, sir. I will find it. I will find it, sir.
Yeah, in that. Otherwise, you can call me in afterwards. You know my
Sir,
number.
it is great. It is great, sir. Great, great, sir.
You can call me and we
I'm
can
full of,
discuss.
I'm fully satisfied, sir, with this seminar.
Okay, okay, okay.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, is there any other questions? Okay.
Sir, can you post your details, sir, if you want to ask you again regarding Schrodinger or anything? You have given us an opportunity to utilize that you will help us, sir.
Okay.
So at least your mail ID or something else in chat
Okay,
box or
mail ID I'll write here. now.
anything, sir. Anything is favored, sir.
Okay, SG Alegaon, ASGALEGAON, okay, GAON @gmail.com. Okay, so then once again, 94803-97673. Okay, 94803-97673. You can call me at any time. If I am going to help you, it is better for me. Because
Thank you,
see,
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
according to me, I am the more optimistic. Because we are young people, we have to motivate. Their brain is 50% better than my brain. Because I am 40, the students or other young teachers, their brain is just 20-year-old. So they can apply more realistical than me. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much, sir.
Okay, okay. Even Madam Shobha Madam also, she can also, if you can't, she can, she have,
Yes,
she's
sir.
having my data and she can give. And even I have seen her
I'm
most,
giving
she's
you a mail, sir.
more or less, she's also very young and energetic. She's also upcoming in a way of drug research and other way. Everyone should contribute. And if you know something, you have to tell someone. And it is once again, it can increase the pharmacy and pharmaceutical college people, helpful for the upcoming. Okay. Okay, if anything, no more question, can we, madam? Can we wind up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once again, I thank you, madam.